So when is the best time to start an SEO program for your landscape business? Hey there, my name is Matt Wasik. I'm the CEO and founder of Landscape Marketing Pros. We're a digital marketing agency that works exclusively with landscape companies, and we currently work with a couple dozen contractors across the country. And I'd like to welcome you to our YouTube channel, where we like to share a lot of content about our services, results that our clients experience, and a whole lot more. So in this video, we're going to get into when is the best time to start an SEO program. And obviously for a lot of you watching, you probably understand that it's just like planting a tree. The best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The next best time is today, because that's a question that we commonly get asked is when should we get started with this, and when can we kind of time this so we can really tap into the spring rush, because the absolute peak demand is basically March through the 4th of July, depending on where you're at exactly in the country. And that's when you get the vast majority of leads coming in and where you book out your work. So in a second, we're going to hop into my computer and go over a brief presentation kind of explaining some of the details when it comes to what to expect for how long it might take to actually see results coming in based on certain factors with your company's online presence and how it currently sits. Now, briefly before we begin, I want to announce that we do have enrollment opening for our landscape and outdoor living client attraction system. This system has been proven time and time again, basically battle tested over half a decade now, of helping landscape contractors come in that usually about $200,000, $300,000, maybe $500,000 in revenue, and helping them scale to $750,000, $1 million, and even beyond that, up into the $1.5, even $2 million range. And if you are looking to grow your landscape company, what I highly encourage you to do is go down to the first link in the description or the pinned comment down beneath this video and go watch our demo presentation that we put together for you. Watch that end to end, and then you can actually have the opportunity to book a call either with me or a member of the team here and see if it's a good fit for your company to work with our program. And so that's for companies doing at least $200,000 per year in revenue. If you're someone that's just getting started, what I encourage you to do is check out our channel. There's a bunch of playlists, tons of videos. Watch those, get your company going up and running to that $200,000 mark. Then when you're ready to ramp up and basically put race gas in that Ferrari, then you come to us and we can help you get going and help you start scaling. So without further ado, let's get into my computer. All right, so welcome into my computer. And so we're just gonna get right into it. So when is the best time to start an SEO-based program? So with SEO, I'm just gonna briefly go over this because I'm sure there are a lot of beginners here on the channel or people have never even heard of SEO, wondering what the heck it is. Bottom line, that's when you have a website, your website, and as well as your Google business profile, basically your maps listings, what they've rebranded that name as. When that shows up for a particular search, let's say it's landscaping near me, landscape designer, my city, outdoor living contractor near me, there's hundreds upon thousands of variations of that. SEO is the practice of getting those assets that you have, your website and your Google business profile, to show up for those search results so you can get that traffic. The beauty of it compared to, say, running ads is that you don't have to pay for every single click that comes through. The traffic, the actual act of the person in the search result coming to your website does not cost you anything directly, and there's no ad spend or anything like that that you have to worry about. It is a longer term focus. It is very advantageous for some of the reasons we're going to get into here in this video, but the first one being there's no direct cost to actually get the clicks, to get the people coming to your website interested in your services, because they're typing in exactly what it is that they are looking to buy. So of course, there is no better time than right now. Like I said at the beginning of the video, the saying of the tree planting of when's the best time, which was 20 years ago, the best time is right now, today. Same principle here. The sooner you can get started with an organic traffic-based program, the better. Because once we can start doing things properly, that is when things start to really pay off over the long haul. BlackRock Landscaping go from basically at 250 to 300K to now upwards of 750. And I know this year they're going to be very close, if not more than $1 million. Same with Lush Landscape and Irrigation. They were at 300K when they came to us. Next year, 550. The year after that was just over $1 million. This year, they're on track for about 1.5 million. And there are many other testimonials here on our channel that you can check out as well. And I don't mean to turn this into a philosophical Tony Robbins type of channel by any means, but I really like the quote of when do you want to sacrifice? Because you can either do it now while you have the opportunity to do so, and that's generally going to be in the form of a monetary investment into an SEO-based program, or 3, 4, 5 years down the line when you're still stuck where you're at with your business and your growth has been very limited because you don't have the ability to bring in the organic traffic and you're stuck spending a fortune on ads. And so this is a question I really wanted to address in this video, is how long is it going to take to start to see more leads coming in? And I hate the answer, and hate having to say this answer of, hey, it depends, but it really frankly does. And it depends on the current status of your online presence that you have now. And without getting too technical, I don't want to bore you with SEO tech talk or anything like that, but let's say you have a business, you're at 250, 300K a year, you have a website that's been up and running for maybe 2, 3 years, 4 years, something like that. You have a Google business profile that's been in existence. You got a few reviews at least, maybe 3, 5 of them, and they're somewhat recent. Then I can confidently say within 3 to 4 months, you're going to see an uptick in leads. provided the timing is ideal, of course, depending on where you're at as well. If we started, let's say September, you have the right presence kind of established, like I just mentioned. We start in September, then 3 months later it's December, but you're up north, then obviously it's going to be 3 more months before you start to see an uptick in leads, maybe even 2 with February, kind of when people maybe start thinking about it. But either way though, that's going to be the shortest turnaround time when you've had the presence in existence for some period of time, but it's not really optimized. What we do is we go in, we rebuild everything properly so that way we can show up for as many different searches as we possibly can, and that your clients are going out there and typing in, whether that's related to yard grading, drainage work, paver patios, retaining walls, every single service under the sun. The way that we do that is by building out pages for all those services, because that's what consumers type in beyond just landscaping near me, lawn care near me, and so forth. And if we're starting out from complete scratch, let's say you've been in business for 10 years, you're not really someone that looks to get into the tech side of things, it's going to be a lot longer road. I'm going to say that it's at a minimum going to be 6 months. For many companies, it'll be 9, especially if the Google business profile is brand new from scratch, the website's brand new. And the reason being is, and I don't want to turn this into an SEO tutorial or anything, but age does play a factor in those assets having presence in the search results for the people to find them. And so basically what I mean by that is your competitors have probably had a Google business profile since probably 2011, and they've had a website in that same time frame. And so what happens is that's an entire decade of experience that you have to basically overcome via our program, and we can pass them and get your presence and get you leads coming in. However, it takes a lot of time. So I would even err on the side of maybe even closer to 9 months if it's especially brand new, especially that Google business profile. So while that is a lot of time, this, again, our program is designed for companies that already have that work established, whether that's recurring with maintenance or you already have somewhat of a name built up in your local area, but you're wanting to really start growing, as opposed to our program being solely your lifeline to keep things going. But the way you want to approach it, especially if you are someone that is just getting going with your online presence, you've kind of let that go by the wayside, you've been able to build a business to maybe $500,000 a year, but you want to get to $1 million, 1.5 over the next 2-3 years. Think of it as just a simple investment of say $24,000 per year. And if it produces 2, 3, maybe 4 jobs at $7,000, $10,000, $15,000, I'll let you do the math right there. That's essentially kind of all it takes to earn back that investment that you made. And that's over the course of an entire year. And you also have those customers in your database forever that you can market to in the future, whether that's for maintenance stuff, additional install work, or whatever it is, depending on the specific realm of services that you offer your clients. So if you don't have either of those things, I would highly encourage you to do is go check out our videos for Google Business Profile is what it's named now. Watch those videos, get that listing established, and start getting a couple of reviews coming in. The social proof is going to help you get more clients, and it's going to help just with the age and the overall authority within your local market to get more leads coming in. And so the last thing I kind of want to leave you with here is just a bonus is we often get asked, especially this time of year, October, November, December, January, if we were to get started now, can we tap into that spring market? And it kind of, again, it weighs heavily on the existing status of your presence, what the age is, how optimized is it, that sort of stuff. You have reviews and everything else going on. But what you want to be doing is frankly, the sooner you get started, the better. I usually will say to a client is if they're getting started in say July, hey, we're focusing on next spring. I mean, yeah, we can tap into some stuff in the fall, but our main focus is going to be springtime. That's when it's going to be the big thing there. So at the time that I film this, it's basically the middle of October. If you're looking to get started with scaling your company, the time is now, because peak season is about 5 to 6 months away, depending on your specific location. You got to get started now sooner than later. That's not to say if you get started in say January that we will completely miss the boat on that, but the sooner you get started, the better. We're at our peak capacity when it comes to bringing in new clients between the months of November to basically March. And so you will absolutely want to enroll sooner than later, because it will take that time to get things established. And if we can do it before the first of the year, then you're going to be set up that much better for peak season when it does arrive. So if you'd like to learn more about our service program, I'd encourage you to do is go hit the first link in the description or the pinned comment down beneath this video. If you like the video, appreciate it down below, drop a like. Lets us know that you guys like this type of content. Comment your thoughts and questions down below. Be sure to also go down below, subscribe, click the bell for notifications so you never miss one of our uploads. And with that said, my name is Matt Wasik, CEO and founder of Landscape Marketing Pros. Thanks so much for checking out our channel. We'll see you in the next video.